Hey Sunflowers, it's the Homesteading Kontessa, and today we're making homemade sloppy joes. Come along so you can see this nostalgic throwback.
THK, yeah, we do it our way. Homestead dreams with a little sass way. It's the homesteading contest. Come on, take a peek. THK.
So I've been eating sloppy joes since I can remember. It's been a childhood food, that we would have during the weekdays, the weekends. Anytime we had like the weekends, it would be like a Sunday dinner, something more sticking to your bones. But during the week, my mom liked to cook those fast meals under 30 minutes. That way, get the homework done, baths in bed, and rinse and repeat, right? So now that I'm older and I have my own family and all my kids are grown, yay me, we love that for me, right? But I like to make sloppy joes from scratch now, and it's so easy. I used to always buy like the store brands or those name brand sloppy joe mixes, and since I've been doing this homesteading life, I'm telling you, making stuff from scratch tastes way better. So let's talk about some of the ingredients that we'll be using today. So to make your own sloppy joe, of course, you're gonna need your ground beef, depending on what size family you're fixing it for. I think I got what, 2 pounds of ground beef? What do I have? Yep, I think I got like 2.5 pounds of ground beef. So we're gonna have more than enough. We like our sloppy joes overflowing over the bun. You need some bell pepper, onion. I knew I forgot something there, Worcestershire sauce, but you don't necessarily have to have that. Everybody has their own spin to making sloppy joes. I've seen some recipes where they call for like vinegar. I'm not gonna do vinegar. I like a bold sloppy joe. So we're gonna be using barbecue sauce, mustard, tomato paste, and a little bit of tomato sauce. I say a little bit, but we gotta have it sloppy, right? It's sloppy joes. And what else? And then of course your seasonings. I'm gonna be using onion powder. I'm gonna be using Tony's seasoning. I'm gonna be using smoked paprika because duh. And we're gonna get these sloppy joes cooked. So let's cut up some onions and bell peppers. Let's get ready to grind. So y'all talk to me and let me chat with y'all. You can talk to me in the comments while I cut up me some vegetables. I already washed my hands, and now we're gonna cut this onion and bell pepper. Let's start off with this onion. I love onions, so it's gonna be a lot of onion in my sloppy joe. It won't be like overpowered, but we're gonna have a good bit of onions in here because I love onions. Some people don't like onions, but I do. And I used to, believe it or not, when I was young, I didn't like sloppy joes. I think of a mom, you know how sometimes your parents can cook something too much, and then you liked it at first, but then you stop liking it because they cook it way too much. That's what happened to me with sloppy joes. That was one of my mom's go-tos. But, after a while of not eating it, I started eating it again, and we don't fix it all the time ourselves. So, and I found myself as an adult, like really hanging on to a lot of my childhood because this world is so much sadness going on. I mean, we watch the news, and I read a couple years ago that if you want to know what's going on in the world, watch the news. If you want to know why, read your Bible. And that is so true because so much stuff is going, Bible says it's going to be difficult times, hard to deal with, or critical times, hard to deal with. I'll put that scripture on the screen for you so you can do your own reading. But that's where we are, I won't say some of the news that I've seen this week because it's depressing. But this is like how I keep my sanity. You gotta learn how to create your own peace, your own happiness. And back in the day, they didn't have a lot, and a lot of times the joy was just through meals and gathering with each other and just enjoying fellowship and, you know, good company. And that's how they enjoyed themselves, you know. They didn't have to go out to all these fancy vacations and or shopping sprees. They just, you know, they had what they had, and that was a good meal and family and friends. So now it's so funny. We kind of turned into our parents, some of us, you know, and I definitely turned into my mom in a lot of ways, and that's a good thing. If you're new here, I lost my mom in 2015. It was July 2nd to be exact, of 2015. And I found myself, you know, just, you know, when you lose somebody, you really, you know, the only thing you have is memories. And I think about all the good memories, you know. It's funny how you may have had problems with a person, but, you know, when they die, you know, you usually just hold on to the good memories. And with my mom, you know, I didn't have a problem with her. I had like any other mother-daughter relationship. Sometimes I got on her nerves. Well, a lot of times I got on her nerves. I was a good kid though, but I still got on her nerves because I was like boy crazy. And then so I gave her a hard time with that one. And you know, she used to make me mad as a teen, and you know, but I respected my mom because she wasn't gonna have it any other way. So I think I cut enough onions. I'm just right now kind of dicing them up small. And what we're gonna have with this sloppy joes, we're gonna have French fries. I normally like to do tater tots, but guys, tater tots, I went to the store and you won't believe it. I'm gonna put it on the screen right here because them tater tots was on sale for $7. They made that up. Look, back in the day when you say something crazy, we say you made that up. They made that up because who wasn't buying it was me. That was just way too much. So we already had French fries here. So I said, let me just go ahead. We'll do crinkle cut fries. And I love to do a sesame seed bun. I didn't feel like going into like Walmart, so I ended up going to like the Spanish store. And that's probably why. I know Walmart probably cheaper. But they didn't have the jumbo buns that I like, because we like to have that sesame bun and jumbo. But I did end up getting some sesame buns, and they'll do, because we're gonna load that sucker up. All right, so this is not no cooking channel, y'all, so I do things how I want to do them here. This is just my little homestead, and y'all just in my kitchen as some friends, and I'm just talking to y'all while I cook up my family and myself a meal. Right now I'm cutting some bell pepper. Got that Big Bertha. And if you hadn't watched The Last House, save your seeds. I'm telling you guys, save those seeds. I'm gonna put it right here for now, because you never know. You may have to start a garden inside your house. You know? The last house, I won't give any spoilers, but it, you know, of course it was fiction. I hope it was, at least. Yeah, it was fiction, I'm sure. But no, it's still, though, the survival skills that family had. And she saved some seeds, that's all I say. So she was being very smart. And, you know, I saved my seeds from the grocery store. I saved my seeds from my garden. They do say some grocery store seeds don't germinate. I haven't had that problem yet. All the seeds that I have saved from the grocery store have germinated. Most of my seeds that I saved are from my garden, and I do have bell pepper seeds in my garden. And I just label everything good so I can know what is what year. And of course I'll use my garden ones first, and if I run out or emergencies, or if I'm gifting somebody some, you know, I'll have extra seeds. Because what I'll do is put those bell pepper seeds, I'll put them on some paper towel so they can dry up. And then when they dry up, I will store them in an airtight container and put today's date on there. And then what type of seeds they are. So, we never need all the bell pepper that, in case I'm doing like meatloaf or something. So I don't even need a lot. So let me let you see what I'm working with. Aiden always mad at somebody, y'all. He mad at his papa now because he lived without him because Aiden wasn't listening. So this is bell pepper and onion. I did good because y'all, when I be in here making some onion powder, goodness, I had to cut up these big old jumbo yellow onions, and when I tell you they be burning my eyes, I was in here with sunshades on so that fumes wouldn't get in my eye, and I kept opening up my freezer, sticking my head in there because of the freaking onion smell and the fumes burning my eyes. All right, so I am about to start the sloppy joe process. I'm going to be using this Smash Kitchen extra virgin olive oil to saute my onions and bell pepper. Y'all, this stuff is the truth. This is not sponsored. It's a single source from Spain. I got this at Walmart. I'm sure you can get it other places, but I got it at Walmart. It supports heart health. It is really good. It's non-GMO, cold press. Oh my God, this stuff is the bomb. Smash Kitchen. It's not sponsored, but it should be. This stuff is good. So I just drizzle a little bit in my pan. I already got it on 8. I got some grease over here for the fries going because I want everything to cook at the same time. And then we're going to put those onions in there. You gonna say hi to the sunflowers?
Hey.
Here. Say hey, sunflowers.
Hey, Papa.
Why you always showing your teeth? Okay, you gotta get okay, go in the kitchen because I got some hot stuff going. Alright, so there was Aiden. You know, he got to make an appearance. He had been, well, he just went to his mama's house yesterday. And then he just came back today because he had like he can't stay away from us at all. But when you're making homemade sloppy joes, you blame them. So right now, let's get a closer look. Yeah. So right now, I'm just letting them sweat a little bit. They don't have to fully cook because I'm going to add the ground beef. I'm going to turn my fire down and then go ahead and add the ground beef. And then I'll turn it back up. All right. Add my ground beef. And wash my hands before I do my seasoning. So you young cooks, make sure you wash your hands before you touch your bottle. Stop eating. Because you don't want to cross-contaminate your containers to your meat to your containers. So, first seasoning is going to be the Tony's. She's showing you Puppy and Woody. Oh, what's that one? What's that one? I know Puppy and Woody. You're going to do some garlic salt? Just make sure I show y'all what I'm doing. I'm almost out of this one, but I got plenty of more. I ain't gonna do so much because it is salt. Hello. It's garlic salt. Smoked paprika.
Hello.
And I know I got onions in there, but like I said, I love onions. I'm gonna do some minced onions. Just a little bit.
What you doing? Hey, what you doing?
Throw this away. Got my little meat grinder. Y'all, I'm cheating today. I did not crinkle my own fries. Sometimes the convenience of the store is good. Hey, you can't come here. I got frying stuff. Yeah, my mama said a hard head make a soft. You know what? Ain't I imagine yours must be real soft. I never knew what they really meant, but when she said it, it sounded good. All right. We just go grind this up until it's all brown, and once it's all browned up, I will drain my grease, and then I will taste the meat, add my tomato sauce, which you'll see my tomato paste, a little barbecue sauce, and if I need to add more seasonings, I will. Not everybody may like sloppy joes, and that's cool, but I'm just glad you're here and that you're coming to see the homestead. Amy's upset because I won't let him be in the kitchen. So today we're going to be having some sweet tea with this. So we'll be having sloppy joes, fries, and sweet tea or water, just depending on what everybody wants. I like flavor when I eat, so I was having a sweet tea. Now I can always drink some water later. I drink water, you know, all the time, all day, every day. It's looking really good. Wish y'all could smell it. It smells so good. All right, so the ground beef is done. I drained it. Now I'm gonna add my sauces, and I'm gonna add brown sugar. And I have in the description the exact recipe. You know, I'm like my mom and my grandma. We say our eyes is our measuring cup. But for you guys who want the recipe, excuse me, the ones that want the recipe, I'll drop it in the description. Gotta shake up that mustard, because you know, every time you use mustard, it seems like it's like water. The first few drops is water. A little mustard, the full bottle. It always sounds empty. You use mustard, you want to squeeze out like ain't nothing in it. Cooking Chronicles. So I'm gonna add my tomato sauce. I'm gonna add my tomato paste. If you're using tomato sauce, you don't have to add ketchup. You know, there's recipes that calls for ketchup, but ketchup is made with tomato sauce. Turn my stuff back up. One of the best things I like when I'm cooking ground beef is to take a piece and eat it, because it's always so good. Okay, now guys, I'm gonna add some barbecue sauce. You can use any kind of barbecue sauce. I just use original. Because if you use spicy, you're gonna have your spicier sloppy joe. And if you use honey, you'll have your sweeter. So now, let's get y'all a look. We're gonna mix it all together. Let me mix it up good, and then I'll show you guys. doing my second batch of fries. And I'm cleaning as I go because you don't want a dirty kitchen. Tell my husband that. To clean as he go. He getting a little better. But alright. I put a little salt on the fries because I love me a good crinkle cut fries with some salt. Sometimes we'll put lemon pepper seasoning. That's also good. But I just kept it like really simple today. So I'm done with my seasonings. I really didn't have to add anything else. I put a little more tomato paste in there because I don't like wasting, and I know I'm not gonna be making anything with tomato paste anytime soon. So I try to use all of it. So yeah. And I've had people who don't even eat sloppy joes. I love it when I cook something that somebody do not eat and they like mine because they say it's flavorful or it tastes different than what they're used to. So kudos to the cook. And I already paid the cook tax because I took a little bite of that ground meat and I taste some with the sauce off camera, that part. I did not double dip. I'm not that kind of cook. Guys, if you're cooking for people, don't eat in your spoon and put it back in the thing. That's nasty. And I don't care if your family do not want your saliva mixed in their food. I'm a dental assistant and I teach dental assisting, and literally it's nasty. It's not just my opinion. So don't do that. Get you a spoon. If you dip, then you must wash that spoon out, or you must not use it again. Alright, so put this in the refrigerator, and then when I come back, we will see a finished plate. You know, history is my favorite subject, and sloppy joes came from a guy named Joe back in the 1930s. He lived in Sioux City, Iowa. He made this sandwich from a loose meat and just added his tomatoes and his seasonings, and that's how we got this tasty, messy sandwich, sloppy joes. So it's credited to him, and since then we all been enjoying it. So I appreciate our pioneers before us who have created these nostalgic meals now that we enjoy long to come. When I think about loose meat, I think about Roseanne and the Lunchbox, how her and her sister Jackie started their restaurant and they was doing this loose meat. Now, sloppy joes look better than that loose meat that was on Roseanne, but that's, you know, one of those childhood memories again. I'm telling you, these childhood memories, when I tell you the 1990s, what a time. What a time to be alive.
She's a sassy homesteader with a whole lot of charm. She's a sassy homesteader, Texas born. She's a sassy homesteader with a whole lot on her mind. And in the end, she's D-I-K.
These are the seeds I told you. They'll sit on the counter overnight, and then I will put them in an airtight container, label it, and I will have me seeds for next year. So save stuff, repurpose, reuse, cook those meals. It don't have to be hard. You see how easy I just did the sloppy joes? I did it, and I did it on camera. I did it by filming. So just imagine you at home, you can do this without filming. You can do it with me. Next time, get your ingredients that I have in the description. I'll make a shopping list, and I'll make you know, the recipe, and then you can play my video while you cook it, and then come back and tell me how it turned out for you. And if you made sloppy joes, if you do it different, then let me know what you do to it. Until the next time, sunflowers, don't be a stranger and be kind to each other. And if you made it this far, don't forget to like and subscribe.